Hey, how y'all doing? Been working on some railroad spikes for a little bit now. I do a lot of Damascus, but I forged out a bunch of railroad spikes a few months ago when I was waiting for my big belt sander to come in. And a lot of people have been asking me lately, why do I put so much work into a railroad spike, which is a low carbon steel, which isn't a really good material for a blade. You know, it won't hold an edge real good or whatever. Well, my railroad spikes are a little different. So when I get a railroad spike, I mill it out on my milling machine. And I mill it out to put a piece of high carbon 5UU90 key stock 3/4 of the way into the railroad spike itself. So that's what it looks like. So I tack weld that in there, and before I forge it out, I only put little spots so that you can get your flux and everything down in there. Everything's clean. And when I forge it out, the whole cutting edge becomes a high carbon edge. So this whole edge on this blade, if I was to acid etch that blade, you would see the difference between the railroad spike, which is a low carbon, and the high carbon 5UU90 key stock. So it's not a railroad spike that you see at a swap meet where they just heat it up, twist it, cut some grooves in the handle. This is a high quality cutting edge, super sharp, razor sharp, super tough. Well worth whatever I figure I'm going to eventually charge for these things. But a lot of work goes into it. It's not just putting it in a forge and smashing it. This is something I do when I'm not making my Damascus. Right now I'm taking a little break from Damascus. I'll start that again probably in January. But I just want to give everybody a little heads up on why I make such intricate railroad spikes. It's not just a railroad spike. It's a high quality, super high carbon steel edge on a really, really nice blade. So y'all have a great afternoon.